10 subtle ways people try to control you. Spot and stop manipulation. Have you ever felt like someone was influencing your decisions, but you couldn't quite put your finger on how? Control doesn't always come in obvious forms like threats or demands. Instead, many people use subtle psychological tactics to manipulate others without them even realizing it. These sneaky methods can come from friends, family, coworkers, or even romantic partners. If you don't recognize them, you might find yourself constantly giving in, feeling guilty, or questioning your own decisions. In this article, we will uncover 10 common but sneaky ways people try to control you and, more importantly, how to stop them. Once you know these tactics, you can protect yourself, set boundaries, and take back control of your own life. 1. Guilt tripping. Guilt is one of the most powerful emotions, and manipulators know how to use it against you. They make you feel responsible for their feelings or problems, pushing you into doing what they want. It might sound like, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me? If you really cared about me, you'd do this." They use guilt to make you doubt your decisions, even when you're not in the wrong. The best way to counter this is to recognize when guilt is being used as a tool, and remind yourself that setting boundaries is not the same as being selfish. 2. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone manipulates you into doubting your own reality. They twist facts, deny things they said or did, and make you question your memory. It often sounds like, "I never said that. You must be imagining things. You're too sensitive. That never happened." Over time, gaslighting can make you feel confused, anxious, and dependent on the manipulator for what is real. The key to fighting gaslighting is to trust your instincts, document things if needed, and set firm boundaries. 3. Silent treatment. Refusing to communicate is a passive-aggressive way to gain control. Instead of addressing an issue, the manipulator ignores you, making you feel anxious or desperate to fix things. You might hear silence for days after a disagreement. Cold, one-word replies meant to punish you. They use this tactic to make you feel like you need to apologize or give in, even if you didn't do anything wrong. The best response is to not reward their behavior. If someone won't communicate, give them space instead of chasing after them. 4. Playing the victim. Some people constantly portray themselves as victims to get sympathy and manipulate your actions. They turn every situation into a way to gain pity, even if they were in the wrong. It might look like blaming others for their mistakes, acting helpless to make you feel responsible for fixing their problems. They use emotional manipulation to make you feel guilty for standing up for yourself. The key to dealing with this is to recognize when someone is using their suffering as a tool rather than genuinely seeking support. 5. Love bombing. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with excessive attention, compliments, and affection in the early stages of a relationship. It feels amazing at first, but it's a strategy to create dependency. Examples include constant texts and calls, making you feel like you're the center of their world. Over-the-top gestures that make you feel indebted to them. Once they have you hooked, the behavior often changes, and they start exerting control. The best way to protect yourself is to be cautious of relationships that feel too intense too quickly. 6. Undermining your confidence. A manipulator might subtly put you down to weaken your self-esteem, making you more reliant on their approval. It could sound like, "Are you sure you can handle that? You're not really experienced in this area. You're lucky I put up with you. Most people wouldn't." These comments might seem small, but over time, they can make you doubt yourself. To counter this, pay attention to patterns and remind yourself of your strengths. Surround yourself with people who genuinely support you. 7. Conditional support. Some people offer help, but only if it benefits them in return. Instead of unconditional kindness, their support always comes with strings attached. You might hear, "I'll help you with this, but remember what I did for you last time. If you do this for me, then I'll consider helping you next time." This creates a sense of obligation, making you feel like you owe them. The best way to deal with conditional support is to recognize it for what it is, and avoid relying too much on people who don't genuinely have your best interests at heart. 8. Fear-mongering. Some people control others by making them afraid of consequences that may not even be real. They use exaggerated warnings or worst-case scenarios to pressure you into decisions. It sounds like, "If you leave this job, you'll never find anything better. If you break up with me, you'll regret it forever." They use fear to make you believe you have no other options. The way to break free is to challenge these claims logically, and remind yourself that fear-based decisions rarely lead to happiness. 9. Social isolation. Manipulators often try to cut you off from supportive friends and family. The more isolated you are, the easier you are to control. They might say things like, "Your friends don't really care about you like I do. Your family is just trying to mess with your head." This isolates you emotionally and makes you dependent on them for validation. The best defense is to maintain strong connections with loved ones and recognize when someone is trying to pull you away from them. 10. Financial control. Some people use money to control others, either by restricting access to resources or making you feel financially dependent on them. It could look like a partner controlling all the finances in a relationship, a boss threatening job security to keep you obedient. Money is a powerful tool for manipulation, so it's crucial to maintain your own financial independence whenever possible. How to protect yourself from manipulation. Now that you know these tactics, how do you protect yourself? Recognize manipulation when it happens. Awareness is the first step to breaking free. Set boundaries. You are not responsible for making others happy at the cost of your well-being. Surround yourself with supportive people. The more positive influences you have, the harder it is for manipulators to isolate you. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Manipulation is everywhere, but you don't have to fall victim to it. By understanding these subtle control tactics, you can take back your power and make decisions based on what's truly best for you. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.